We're gonna get up and get our acceleration here. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over a 2022 Ford Edge Titanium. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo for giving me some time with this Edge. Check out the inventory in the description down below. And then on a side note, I just released my car buying course, so if you want to save time and money the next time you go and purchase a car, link in the description down below to that as well. Let's get into the video. So under the hood we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 20 around town and then 28 on the highway, with power outputs being 250 horsepower and then 280 pound-feet of torque. Let's go over the front end of the Edge Titanium. So first off, you guys will notice that we have the smiley face here in the center. The white paint does hide it quite a bit, but it's basically lower down there in the center of the hood, so it kind of looks pretty unique. Coming to the side here, you guys can see the LED accent light with the projector bulb. Fog light down below. We've got parking sensors here on the front end, and you guys can see the full chrome front grille, which kind of makes sense, right? The Titanium is supposed to be like a luxury package. And other than that, that's the front end. Coming around the side here, we've got two 45mm tires wrapped around 19-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see again with the silver design to kind of match like the front grille and everything. And then notice here with the mirrors, they are two-tone. You got the white on the top, black on the bottom. And then we have the chrome trim around the windows. And also notice that's in the middle of the door handles. Seems like that's becoming more popular to put random pieces of a different color in door handles. But anyways, there's your full side view, just for size comparison. There's a Ford Ranger, there's the Edge, there's an F-150, there's the Edge. Now here's our key fob. We have our unlock, lock, remote start, and then the opening here for the hatch, which just press that twice, and it'll pop right open. Now, popping here into the rear, you guys will first notice we've got the controls here to lower down the seats. Got a 12 volt right next to that, and then got the spare tire underneath that, and overall storage space here is pretty decent for this size of SUV. And well, there you go. Now finishing things up here with the rear, you guys will notice with the lights here, we've got the LEDs in the rear. I think they look great. Got the Edge logo there in the center. Notice it's blacked out in the center portion. Titanium badge there down below, so everyone knows you got the luxury package. Got the dual outlet exhaust tips, which kind of add to the sportiness of it. And then the receiver hitch there in the center. And that's the rear. Now here is the door panel in the rear. You guys can see the padding with the stitching goes throughout, and then down below, notice it contrasts pretty nicely. So it looks great. And then here are the seats. Again, really nice padding on them, and then you got the contrasted stitching here off to the side. And overall, really solid. Now popping in, you guys can see legroom, then headroom as well. Got the vents right here, got some extra storage. Then you guys can see you've got the USBs and a full outlet here in the back, which how it opens is kind of interesting. But aside from that, got the armrest cup holder situation, and well, let's head to the front. Now going over the door panel here at the front, you guys can see again with the padding, and then down below and the stitching that goes across all the window controls right here with the mirror adjustments. It has 3 different settings for the memory seats. It's got the blind spot monitoring in the mirrors, and then this has the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Here are the seats at the front, so again you guys can see the padding, the stitching all throughout, and then down below as well. Got your power adjustments there on the side of the seat, and then they got the pedals right here. Now it's got the light controls there off to the side, and well, there's where I'm looking before we pop in. Now here is the steering wheel for the Edge. You guys can see soft touch all around, and then you got the stitching there on the center. Volume, voice command controls for one side of the center stack, paddles for that 8-speed automatic, and then for the other side of the center stack, and then you guys can see the cruise control, turn signal stock, windshield wiper stock, nothing too crazy. Here's the steering wheel. Now here is the center gauge clutch. You guys can see screens on either side. So this is kind of like the vehicle screen on the one side that gives you different bits of vehicle info. And then this is like the media screen there on the other side. So pretty cool setup. And then obviously the speed there in the center. And well, that's all. Now, as you can see, we've got the new infotainment system. First off, we pop it into reverse. You guys can see you got a backup camera with trajectory lines. It does turn with the steering wheel. And you can zoom in there with the receiver. And then you do have that for the parking sensors. So first off, you guys notice we've got the climate section here at the bottom. So this, for example, is for the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. You can turn that on or off. No air conditioned seats, just heated seats, and then dual zone climate. And you have like the media section here in the center and then kind of up top. And then notice that you've got this pull down, which will show you stuff like the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, for example. And you got the sketch, where you can draw whatever you want and then you can save stuff. So for example, I can just say hello and then like smiley face. You guys remember I did this in the Mach-E and it was funny. I guess we'll save that so the next person that, oh, I forgot to save it. Well, anyways, yeah, we can save it and then the next person would see the little smiley face. But next little portion is pressing the Edge itself, and then you guys can see all the stuff that comes up. The one that you probably want to know about is like vehicle, so you can customize stuff with the vehicle. Nothing too crazy. Overall, pretty easy to use, and if you've seen like my reviews on the Mach-E, then you guys will be very familiar with this. Down below, we've got our analog controls here for the center stack, and then this for like the camera. You can pop it on whenever you want. And then we have like our storage space area / charging area, so wireless phone charger, USBs. And then we got the shifter for that 8-speed automatic, and then you got the S for the sport mode. Parking brake right here, a couple cup holders, and then auto stop start, and then parking sensors, and then more storage space. And then you can see here with the center console setup, it's actually pretty big. Wow. And there's a USB at the bottom, which is also nice. Then got the glove box, pretty normal setup. And then finishing things here at the top, we do have a panoramic sunroof, sunglass holder, universal garage door openers, all the works, controls for the center for all in this little area. Now here's a window sticker with the Edge. I'm gonna try to use my shadow so you guys can actually see the different bits of info. But most everything comes standard with the titanium package. There's a few options, like the color on this is star white. But anyways, total MSRP, $45,265. And let's take it out and see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. You guys can see visibility of the hood, both mirrors, which do have blind spot monitoring, and then throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. So we are setting off here in the Edge Titanium. And first off, let's talk about the road noise and the ride quality. So from a ride quality perspective, it does a pretty good job of going over this little, yeah, doesn't get upset when you go over bumps and stuff. Feel a little bit, but it's, you know, for this segment, it's right where it needs to be. See how the handling is coming through here. Handling's really good. Steering's pretty light. There's a little bit of vagueness with the steering. Pop into the S mode so it's more responsive. Doesn't change the steering or anything though, being in the S mode. Yeah, so it drives nice. Seat comfort's amazing. These seats are very well padded and they're really comfortable. So that's definitely a big positive, is the seats. Man, that light lasted for like 2 seconds. So we're gonna get up and get our acceleration here. 0 miles of range. Whoops. Yeah, the 2.0 is pretty good. I just drove a Corsair with the 2.3 before this, and let me tell you, there's such a big difference. Like the 2.0 does a good job, but the 2.3 is just so much peppier. Like it really does feel substantially better. So yeah, we'll say that. But I guess we'll get into setting things up here with the Edge Titanium. So first off, exterior wise, that's, you know, it's a good looking vehicle overall, I'd say. Interior wise, for the titanium package, you know, it's nice. Seats are very comfortable. That's like the big high point of the titanium, is the seats are so comfortable. Definitely one of the most comfortable seats out there. Great infotainment system, easy to use. And so overall it comes with a decent amount of features for the price. And so yeah, I guess if you're looking for kind of like a larger sized SUV, and when I say larger size, obviously it's not a full-size SUV, but this is bigger than like a Ford Escape or a Ford Bronco Sport, right? So if you want kind of like a bigger size SUV with a little bit more storage space, a little bit more legroom for the rear passengers, that's kind of where this comes in. And then as for the titanium package, you get quite a bit with it, but if you want something sportier, go for the ST. Now that's gonna sum things up for our video on this 2022 Ford Edge Titanium. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo for giving me some time with the Titanium. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see you guys.